I would say that developing self-driving vehicles is a challenge that goes beyond technology. There are challenges in, for example, policy, insurance, law. There are challenges in urban planning and architecture and in many other places that you can ever imagine. Technology is just one aspect of it, and many companies in the space are pushing technology, which is a good thing to do. But we will need to think about a number of other challenges. The current ethical challenges we face, for example, they include even testing autonomous vehicles in the cities where humans are present as well. So every company that's doing that kind of testing are essentially taking on an ethical challenge, and we are very careful with that. Our approach in terms of testing and deployment and so on is always safety first. And we believe many other companies are essentially, we're hoping that many other companies are shooting for the same. As we go forward, we will see other ethical challenges. For example, I have this memory from DARPA Urban Challenge where we programmed the car and we had a piece of code where car would realize that it would go into a crash a split second earlier. All we put there was to just slam the brakes, do nothing else, so that we can come to a stop as soon as possible. Even if it's a crash, we could probably avoid it. However, in the future, we'll get into places where some software engineer at some point will have to write code in a little block that basically chooses how the crash is going to happen. That is something that as humans we cannot think about right now when we drive the cars, but when it's a robot driving, it will get to the point where it will execute some software right when certain things go wrong. So we'll have to face these challenges. Ethical challenges are important. I would say they are one of the biggest challenges that we're going to face in the industry. There are many more, I have to admit, that include ethical challenges but go beyond. As we think about transportation for the last maybe 150 years, every new innovation has been about going faster and further. How can I go point A to point B even faster, and how can I go even further? I think now we finally have the chance to think about it a little bit more broadly. It's not just about efficiency, it's not just about reducing the delays and increasing the throughput, but it's also about sustainability. And sustainability has a number of different dimensions to it. For example, one dimension of sustainability is energy consumption. You may want to reduce energy consumption for the obvious reasons, or you may want to reduce the environmental impact. At some point, we're moving people and goods around, and we're spending energy, and that has an impact on the environment that you can try to reduce. But sustainability actually goes beyond that. For example, societal acceptance could be sustainability. Nowadays, we build a train track on a certain road, and people move away from that. People just don't find it enjoyable. Versus you take a road and close it off to traffic, and people flock in that area. People like that. There's clearly some norms of social acceptance that is important. We believe that the kind of self-driving vehicles or the kind of self-driving vehicle technology that we can build that can enable certain kinds of transportation systems, that enables all these sustainability metrics. For example, that can make it energy efficient, which may enable it to be affordable, that can make it reduce the environmental impact, for example, or that can, in some sense, just make it more enjoyable, it can be more aesthetic, that people may want to live in and live together with. So that's the types of technologies or business models that we're hoping to eventually get to. Not just for Optimus Ride, but for the whole industry. Anyway.